When you're in the materials section of Nelson MindTap, it's possible to do a few simple things that are really helpful, like, for example, highlighting. So in this case, if I'm a student or I'm a teacher and I want to highlight something like, for example, the hunter-gatherer lifestyle, I simply highlight it. So click and drag, choose my color, and there's my highlighting. It might be that I also want to make a note at this point. So over here on the left, click on Notes, add a note. So I can give this a heading. So it might be hunter-gatherer, and it might be a particular piece of information about that. Let's just pretend for this and click Save, and I now have a note there. When I've closed that, it will be stored and I'll be able to access that later. I can also go over here and bookmark. So say it's the end of the class, I want to come back exactly to this point next class, I simply bookmark. I can give it a name. So it will come up with the name of wherever you're on, or you can change it. So where do I find all this information that I've come up with? All I simply do when I want to go back to any of this is go to my hamburger menu again and go to the Study Hub. So the Study Hub is about creating good study habits, but it's also a useful thing for a teacher, especially if you're using your Nelson MindTap to create a course and perhaps change things up and differentiate a few things. You might want to put your own notes in here, which you can save. In any case, student or teacher, here are my notes here. I can actually drill down and say, well, I only want to see my notes or only my highlights. And the thing I really love about this is if I've taught my students how to summarize using those notes fields, they can now download and print so that they can use it as a summary piece or for some revision. If I've bookmarked, so it's the next day, I want to simply come back and be able to find out where we were in the last time, go to Bookmarks. And all I have to do is click on that one and it will take me exactly to that spot. Or finally, one that we didn't actually demonstrate in this particular tutorial, if we go back to our Study Hub, you will see it says Saved Search. So Saved Search is for any search that I've done at any time that I want to save so that I don't have to keep typing it in again. So it might be that I have a saved search on things like worksheets, for example, or it might be a saved search on a particular thing like food security. So that's Study Hub. Simple tool, but really effective when you encourage your students to use it or when you use it for yourself for your own notes on your course.